Okay, we are getting right into it. Want to react to this Jordan Peterson health update by Michaela Peterson. I hope you know Jordan Peterson by now. If not, what I just want to say on this is number one, we're not here to bash anybody. We're not here to poke fun. This is extremely serious. As we've said in past videos, we're reacting to things, and really it's important. I'll tell you why it's important that we're reacting. Is one, we are praying for Jordan Peterson, his family, want him to be well and healthy and happy and thriving. That's what we want for everybody. Number two, we feel like we need to, and by we, I represent Married to Health, our company, but really we feel like we need to respond to this and react to this because this is definitely in our wheelhouse. This is what we do. We do integrative functional medical nutrition therapy for people with severe gut and autoimmune disorders, which it looks like Dr. Peterson is experiencing, and the diet he's taking and the diet he's promoting factors into that. So we are going to comment on that because we've seen patients like this. We have educated, we've lectured on this, and it's so important you all are aware of this. So we're going to go through this video and I'm going to watch in real time. I've seen some of this video, I haven't seen all of it. I'm going to keep it real and react in real time.
Hey guys, I have an update on my dad. I'm actually just going to read this. It's on my teleprompter because this is too hard to explain off the cuff, so I wrote it out. This summer has been exceedingly difficult. Dad was in an ICU suffering from pneumonia and sepsis after dealing with a host of neurological issues this summer that we believe stem from CIRS, which is chronic inflammatory response syndrome due to decades of mold exposure.
Chronic inflammatory response system. So it's usually systemic inflammatory response syndrome. Close enough, I guess, but systemic. So he's basically full of inflammation. Okay.
We don't have a better explanation for his neurological symptoms at the moment other than spiritual attacks.
So spiritual attacks. So some might go woo woo. Oh, spiritual attacks. No, I mean we are believers. I want to make it very clear. We are Christians personally, and we put that out there professionally because number two, it doesn't matter if you're a Christian or not, but spiritual health is a thing. Spiritual health that needs to be discussed more. More health professionals need to discuss your spiritual health and well-being. So believers in spiritual attacks, and that there is research on biofield energy and a lot of the what is unseen, tasted, smelled, touched, right? There's a whole nother world that we just aren't aware of. And some would say that is the spiritual realm. Some would say it's other realms, but it is rooted in science. And we do see it play a huge part in our patients' health and well-being. So yeah, spiritual.
He's been suffering for the last number of years with unexplainable neuropathy and weakness, amongst other symptoms, but they worsened this summer after he cleaned out his parents' basement after his dad, my grandpa, passed away.
So worsened after he cleaned out his parents' basement. So yeah, if you have a history of mold sensitivity, that is one of the last things you want to do. So I don't know what happened there, but for anyone listening, if you're very sensitive to mold, and some of the telltale signs is severe allergies, when the season barely changes or the temperatures change, and you're getting those seasonal allergies, if you're allergic to so many things, and there's different IgG, IgA, right, types of allergic reactions, food intolerances, you should not be in a dingy, dark, moldy, dusty basement. That is the last place you want to be. Ideally well ventilated. If you're going to help someone clean, this is where you put on some type of breathing device that can help filter. And you see those who work in mold or work in the cleaning industries, they're putting on one of those. I don't know what the name is. It's not like a normal mask. It's literally an air filter so you can still breathe. You want to wear that for sure.
We weren't able to communicate with Dad really all of September. During the end of the pneumonia, he was diagnosed with critical illness polyneuropathy, which we're hoping is critical illness myopathy, which is bad enough. That's been heartbreaking and brutal on top of everything else. But after almost a month in the ICU, he's been moved out to a less urgent floor. Praise God for that. We're still in the midst of this, but now we're seeing improvements daily. The timeline for his full recovery is hard to tell at the moment, and I'll update everyone when we have more information. My family's asking for prayers. Like I said, this summer's been exceedingly difficult and terrifying. Dad's condition is complicated by the fact he can't take most medications without suffering from severe paradoxical reactions, which limits treatment options. I believe there's a spiritual element at play here. I think a lot of people have felt it in the last few weeks and months. It's been hitting my dad and my family hard this summer. In August, the day Dad was brought to a hospital by ambulance, my newborn Audrey was also brought to a hospital by ambulance within hours of each other. It was unbelievable. hospital. This was the second time this summer we had brought Audrey to the hospital after she almost died from near heart failure at 6 weeks old. That is exceedingly rare, and they couldn't find a cause for. She was diagnosed with idiopathic pulmonary hypertension, which seems to have resolved. Praise God.
What I'll say on that, and I don't know her daughters, and this is wild, I didn't even know this, is that when your gut is fractured, and there's so much here, we've done lectures on this, go back in our channel, but when your gut is fractured and essentially you have leaky gut, you are overactivating your immune system. This can also, I don't know about heart failure, but heart palpitations. You'd be surprised what is linked to poor gut health to fractured gut, what they call gut hyperpermeability, where the essentially leaky gut is happening. And I know, and why we're commenting on this is really they do follow. We know there's so many angles of this. We're not discounting the spiritual, mental, emotional. There's so many factors here. But a huge part is what you're eating, your nutrition, and how you are fortifying your gut membrane, and what we call the 4 M's. That's a whole nother video. But again, how your diet is factoring into these 4 M's. Your diet will either enhance these 4 M's, which are microbes, membrane, motility, and mind, or they're going to degrade your microbes, membrane, motility, and mind. And so, really, what we're seeing, and I have no skin in the game, I'm not biased really, is again, you can eat animals. 80 now, probably, or 75 to 80% of our patient population, which is in the thousands, eat animals. But we're also saying plants are important. So to just be on this lion's diet, carnivore diet, you're escaping your symptoms, but you're not actually helping your gut. And so I would assume her daughter is on a similar carnivore lion's diet. And so you're really doing a disservice to the gut microbiome on this type of diet, which can lead to a whole host of symptoms and issues.
But it's not something that happens. This was late July after Dad and I recorded some episodes of the call-in show together. Everything went just really downhill fast after that. Every single day this summer and now fall has been like watching a movie. Our family's relying heavily on the Lord through this and seeing miracles around us. We are. And I'm also aware that God uses everything for good. So eventually we'll see why this is happening or what comes of it. But Mom and I in particular really wanted to reach out and ask for prayers to help everyone get through this, especially for my dad and for my mom, but also for the nurses and doctors taking care of him, my brother, and family and friends who have come to support us. I miss my dad. My brother misses his dad. My mom misses her best friend and husband.
Can I just say, whether you agree with the Petersons or not, we're all humans. We all have families. We all love. We all feel pain. We all hurt. Definitely send prayers. This video is being made again because I'm guessing they're Christian. As Christians as well, we want to help one another. We want to hold one another accountable. We want to tell each other the truth, the evidence, the research, and help one another, not put one another down or degrade one another. We truly want to pray. We want to educate. We want to be accountable. We want to come together and help one another. So yeah, my heart goes out to the Peterson family. I'm praying everyone in their family is healthy and thriving, just like every one of you watching. I want to be healthy and thriving. Our tagline is heal with each meal for everybody. Truly, your health is at the foundation, because again, you could be a billionaire, but if you don't have your health, you're going to spend all that billions or hundreds of millions of dollars on trying to find your health. And that's what we see people do. So it's super important to have your health.
Well, he's hopefully recovering. And like I said, I'll keep people updated. He has a team of people, including myself, doing his mission, including Peterson Academy, and will be releasing his We Who Wrestle with God tour to everyone on YouTube, which he's wanted to do for a long time. And given we think there's a spiritual element at play here, we believe the right way to fight back is to keep going and push harder, if anything. Life isn't necessarily supposed to get easier when you're doing the right thing, and I can see God's hand throughout this, but it's a lot to handle. My family agreed or wanted to delay updating everybody because a lot has happened over the last few months, and we were hoping he would recover faster and we would see bigger improvements sooner and have better news. And it was really a near-death experience for a long time. So we've been just dealing with this one day at a time. We still are. It's been overwhelming, but it looks like, and we're praying that things are headed in the right direction. He's out of the ICU. So that's the main thing. He's out of the ICU. Like I said, praise God for that. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for the prayers. Thank you to everybody who's reached out.
Wow. So very sad again, many, many prayers, but really what I want to get to is if you're suffering with this and really understanding this whole autonomic nervous system issue that can stem from poor gut. And really, we have colleagues in the space. We know amazing rheumatologists, immunologists, lots of research on this, but they'll say, not us, other doctors and experts in this field will say, all autoimmune disease begins in the gut. And so when we're talking about things like MCAS, right, MCAS, POTS, SIRS, as she brought up, a lot of these aren't necessarily autoimmune issues, but they're these neurologic autonomic issues that you're like, why is this happening? There's no, and doctors will do all the scopes and tests and poking and prodding, and they're like, you're fine, and you're like, I'm not fine, right? And so this is histamine. This is a cascade of inflammation and a histamine response. You have histamine receptors from top to toes, and so you have these receptors, and they can do wild things, everything from just debilitating migraines, heart palpitations, feeling like anxiety, depression, anxiety attacks, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, the list goes on and on. And then couple that with family history or other comorbidities like other diseases, and you have this perfect storm. And you can be laid up in a hospital, you can be in urgent care, you can be home in bed and suffering. All of this to say, what we focus on is medical nutrition therapy. So we try to focus on the root and working with your care team to say, you need plants. Plants are going to be the key in this, and not just saying you have to be 100% plant-based or anything like that, but to say running away, doing elimination diets or extreme elimination diets, whether it's vegan keto or regular keto, and then going extreme to carnivore, is not a long-term solution. This is not. So eating steak and salt, or butter sticks and steak and organ meats, and thinking your gut health is going to be okay, the end result typically ends in high systemic inflammation. This is your whole body being inflamed. This is symptoms manifesting. This is being more susceptible to mold, viruses, and other toxins in the environment, and it can lead you to poor health. So there's so much more. If you guys want to connect with us, look at our YouTube for more videos, because there's a lot more to explain in 5 to 10 minutes. So connect with us, but this is our specialty. We work with patients like this who are in really bad positions, who have been on a long-term elimination diet like a keto, carnivore, whatever you want to call it, primal diet, and need help to reintroduce, to eat more foods again, to eat and tolerate more plant foods. And that is going to lead to long-term sustainable success. So if you want to connect with us, links down below. Leave a comment if you want more videos like this, if you want to learn more, if you want more resources where it comes to our sources and our facts, reach out at marythealth.com, hit the contact, and our team will give you everything you need. All right, have a great day. As always, heal with each meal and feel with each meal.